right, good afternoon, everybody. Good morning, good evening, wherever you're visiting the stream from. Hello. The title of today's stream is my thoughts on the difference between art that's just plain bad. And I'm not talking about bad as in like, there was no thought or there was no effort put in or whatever, because there's a lot of art that you could find that takes people maybe like 45 seconds, right? There's some great art that you could find that takes just minimal effort. I mean, maybe obviously it takes years to develop a method with which you could do that style or whatever. But at the end of the day, I've come to this conclusion that my view on what makes art that's bad, we've all seen art that just doesn't look right, whether it's the technique or whatever. But you can also look at other artwork and it has great technique, and with that great tech, or you can see other artwork with very minimal technique and it still just has a touch to it. It has a flavor, it has a style, a design, something that's like interesting about it. And of course everybody's tastes are different, and everybody's got different opinions, but oh, my bad. So my thoughts here are that the main difference between art that's just plain bad and everybody else, all the different types of art out there, is that art that's just bad is art that doesn't come from yourself. You're trying to when an artist is trying to fit a square peg into a small circular hole. And what I mean by that is, let's say so there's an artist out there and they want to do portraits, and they've been practicing portraits, but something about their portraits just never works out. And what is how can they get better, of course? And why do some portraits, bad portraits, look worse than others? I think it really comes down to the artist and it not being authentic for themselves, in that, they never really wanted to do portraits, or they were just never really meant to do portraits. Their heart just isn't in it. They might be better off doing something abstract or something very loose and crazy. And this might go for someone who likes to paint super loose, super crazy, and they're kind of just, their entire body of work is just a criticism on stuff. And maybe they were destined to do something realistic, like realism, but they're trying to fit themselves into a hole of abstraction. So anyways, that's a theory I'm developing. Feel free to share your thoughts on it. But at the end of the day, art is subjective. But honestly, I think that there are some pieces out there that it's really hard to love. You have to look really, really, really far and wide to find someone that's going to love some pieces. Whereas other pieces, you can kind of instantly tell, whether it's technique or just choices of color, that there's something about it. And I've constantly wondered about that something, what is that something that may or may not be missing? And it might just be the fact that the artist has tried to put themselves into a position that they just were not really designed to do mentally or whatever, right? We've all got our personal habits, our personal styles, our personal interests, our artists that inspire us. But at the end of the day, the reality is not everyone is going to be great at realism. I mean, everyone can be, right? But if you're or maybe that's not true. Maybe not everyone can be, but everybody has potential as an artist. I think everyone can make some really interesting and great art, but it's when an artist or someone getting into art is trying to do something that just not clicking. I'm not saying not to try, but maybe explore different techniques, explore a painting style that might challenge you, or that you feel like you want to do, but you're kind of scared to try or whatever. And anyway, that is my theory here on the real difference between some really good art and some bad art. And even some bad art looks really good. It just, and bad art isn't really the way to play it, but for people who are not so into art, people that might be like, what, that sold for how much money? And I think the reality is that the reason why some of it sells for so much is because, not just because of the thought that goes into it. Of course, there's the visual appeal and visual look of it, but this idea of it was just what the artist was meant to do, rather than the artist trying to fit into some specific way of doing something that is not right for them. So that's my long discussion, by the way. Those of you here right now. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 8:22 p.m.
I guess 8, 9, 10, 11. It's almost midnight in some places, and it's a Tuesday or Monday. So, just tuning in. Hello, welcome. But I feel like I want to add more to this character's hair. So that's what we're going to do. Let's add to her hair here. I'm going to bring this hair down a bit. I'm going to bring down the hair. Bring down the hair. Bring down the hair. Bring down the hair here, and then add a couple strokes like so. And let's go, we're going to create some lines into here, start to separate our piece here. Some of my paint has started to dry, so it's going to make it a little bit different to work with, but we will work with it. And let's see, so that's going to go like that.
You're right.
And here we go.
Tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday.
So here we go. Let's go. And then we'll go ahead and carve out space here.
He has to be there at 5.
I have to be there at 4:30
Oh, 4:30.
because I have to fix my painting.
Oh, 4:30, and then stuff starts at 6. So,
And here we go.
you should come right here. Bullet shop.
And I'm gonna add some shadow into here. And his hair looks way too shiny along this edge.
Okay, cool.
But,
Yeah,
so we're gonna blend it down a little bit.
I don't know. And then,
Huh?
give her a ride home, you think?
I mean, I don't know exactly when we're gonna leave,
Yeah, I know. I just said maybe. Maybe you can.
but Okay, cleaned up that
Okay, cool, alright. Alright.
that element of it,
Yeah,
and let's go right here. So I do like how this orange turned out. And what we're gonna do is blend some down right here. Let's go. Just gonna go
Oh, what time?
add some of this.
Oh, you're speaking just in general terms, like a. Oh,
Always adding things that make your painting look interesting, that make the painting look interesting. And let's do this. So right up here, got a little bit of shadow. Let's add a little bit more shadow right here. And then we'll go green. You know, one thing that's great about painting with oils is like after it dries a bit, you can really see how the colors are going to turn out. So if they start to turn out a little bit dulled, you can start to add more or less anything.
the heat too.
Okay, and here we go. So let's go ahead and continue building around these figures. Constant play of color here. Let's go right like this. So if you're just tuning in, we're finishing this painting. The title of this video that I was making, you know, the difference between good art and bad art. And you know, I'm not like the aficionado, you know, determinant person of what constitutes as good art or bad art. But you know, I think every artist has their opinions, and you know, with that, I definitely believe that there's a such thing as bad art. Not bad art in the sense that in the sense of like, you know, technically skilled versus untechnical or whatever, but
Oh, yeah.
good art versus bad art in a sense that there's just some pieces that, like, you know, there's just some artists that you see and it just like there's just something not right about what they make, you
Yeah,
know.
but somehow that's where-
And when it comes to that, I often think about,
Oh, no, it's not about.
you know, what is the gap? What is it that makes it not look right? And you know, of course, technical skill is one of those elements, and you know, style and all those things. But you know what? There's a lot of paintings that are very untechnical that are also very worth a lot. And there's a lot of paintings that are purposely designed in a low effort way, and they're also very popular. So what really separates those good pieces from the pieces that are just like the artist just doesn't have it? And I think it's because there's an artist who's trying to do something that they're just not meant to do. You know, it's like life, right? Like you don't want to waste your time doing something you're not good at. Now, fortunately, art, I think, something like painting, everyone can potentially do good pieces, but you know, at the end of the day, right, like if you're not good at soccer and you have no, like, you're not good at soccer you don't like soccer, like your body's not designed for soccer, then trying to become a soccer player would just not be good for you. But like I think there's a similar element of arts, which less physical, more mental. Um, if you're trying to like become an abstract artist, but for whatever reason you just don't have like the thing, but you might be good at like realism, or if you're good at realism, but you're not good at abstract, but you're trying to switch or whatever. I mean, all artists should definitely go and explore what they want to do, but I think that there's definitely a level of there's definitely personalities that go better one way or the other. So anyways, I'm gonna paint in these shadow spaces here, and it's gonna help to subtly show the wrinkles in his baby's head. So Opal and Ugam, welcome. What's going on? What brings you here today? How are you doing? Great to see a familiar or unfamiliar name. I like it when I don't recognize people who are checking out my live stream. What brings you here? What has excited you about this evening? Where you're calling from? Where you're visiting from? All those questions. Sometimes I act like a radio station. What's your name and where you're calling from? Ah, New Jersey, eh? I'm just making that up. You're probably not from New Jersey, but because if you're in New Jersey, you're probably sleeping, right? So here we go. I'm gonna add this dark shadow, and then we're gonna blend some of this in here. And let's go down, bring in some more of this. Let's add some more white. And here we go. So and here we go. So we're gonna blend in these ears, go around this. Olga Bugum. Happy to have found me. You're in the Sonoran Desert. Alexa, where is the Sonoran Desert?
The Sonoran Desert is situated in Arizona, both in the United States and Mexico.
Hi, Arizona. I like Arizona. Arizona's an awesome place. Well, welcome. Glad to be able to paint for an Arizonian. I've been to Arizona a few times, and I have to say I really like what I see. So I went to Phoenix, and I like Phoenix a lot, or that area, Sedona, Phoenix, all those different places. I'm a very big fan of Arizona. So look at these alien colored baby heads. Who likes alien babies? I like alien babies, and babies are wonderful. So here we go. Add a little bit more light into this space, just to blend in some light area. And just outside of Tucson, looking for art, and you popped up. So, Opal, what kind of art were you looking for before you popped into this live stream? Were you curious about my thoughts on what really separates the good art from the bad art? Or was it just the painting itself that you were kind of curious about to see? Do share. Would love to hear. Kind of like this. A lot of businesses have like those little comment boxes, but I don't think they actually take those comments. And you know, I do it live. I take comments live, and I'm so curious to know about the people that decide to stop in and say hello. So I'm just rounding out this baby's nose a little bit, and we're gonna go in here, blend in around the ear. Okay, so got some blending. Did some of this right here. Let's leave some of these marks, these huge baby forehead markings. I don't want them to be too deep, too dark. So we're gonna leave them a little bit. Keep them round. Something different. Yes, something different. You have to get back to work, sub. Good night. All right, take care, Opal. Good to hear from you, and look forward to seeing you next time.
Listen, I gotta.
So let's go ahead like this.
I need my hands. Okay. But I'll tap you on. Okay.
And you know, this area, the things that I'm working on right now are just creating like subtle shadow transitions. Let's see. Let's see, where do we go from here? So I think this baby's head looks so funky compared to everybody else's, but I'm gonna stick with it. And what can we do to separate these ears? I gotta go back. Gotta go back and tighten up this ear. So let's go with a nice dark color. Let's start with this fella right here. So we're gonna go into this ear and round it out. Round it out right here, like so. And we're gonna come up like so. And then I'm gonna go to this other ear here. And then let's go too much of an angle, so let's round it out, round out that ear. And let's go like this. The shadow needs to get brought down a bit. So shadow with the nose right there, cute little baby nose. And let's go up like this. It's amazing how much of the painting underneath that you can still see even after you've started to paint over all the detailed areas. Let's grab some of this black actually, and black and brown. I'm gonna go into this and just really up the space here, up the area around, just so we can create some. You know what? Even it's interesting because even black can look like a highlight if you put it around a white space. I find it interesting how like these little strokes of black are like helping to highlight the area. And let's go right here. I'm gonna darken this black or this red here. And let's go. And what can we do to tighten up these ears a bit more? All right, let's tighten up these ears. This ear is kind of funky, so I need to fix this ear right around here. So that's what we're gonna do right now. There's a lot of black, so what I got to do is I need to bring back the light blue. And we're going to bring this ear, we're going to tighten it up. So it's going to look like this. We're going to go down and then around right here. And then let's go up right there. This baby's gonna have a huge ear. Not too bad. It's getting a little better. Let me grab some white. And white often helps to white is like a miracle color as far as painting goes, because if you add enough white to anything, I mean, same as black. I mean, I'm just talking like since it's the opposite pretty much. But you know, you can start to add white to anything, and it can basically help to just reestablish an area that you've been working on. So like, you know, here I am. I'm working with this green space right here. And this other ear needs a bit of a highlight. Go around. And eventually I'm going to add, like, I'm actually going to use an outline for these. I'm going to use an outline, but for now, just want to fill in the space here, empty spaces. Let's see, we could probably add a nice light area around this head right here. Give it a little shine, eh? A little shine on the head here. Why not? Let's bring in, actually I want to use some yellow for this. Wrong yellows. Alright, here we go. And here we go. Let's see. We're gonna go around. We're gonna make some movements around this head here. We're gonna get some movement here. Some yellow on these other heads too. We're gonna do this whole head, all of these heads with some yellow here. We're gonna go yellow there, yellow there, yellow here. Let's go the whole head yellow. Let's throw in whiter yellow. And here we are. So, playing with the sides of this baby's ear. Let's give this other baby a red head. Give him some of a red head here. These babies are going to have red heads. Let's keep going with this color. I actually like it. So we're gonna go do the little circular thing around this one. Why does this baby have all this red stuff around its head? I don't know. It just does. The blush. The blush of a baby. Alright. What I need to do right here. So this baby needs to have some stuff going on. I'm gonna go whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And let's go like this. Some distracting colors. Interesting. Maybe I should try to dim it down a bit. I'm gonna dim this. I'm gonna work on dimming this. This red's a little too potent, so we're gonna just kind of soften this a little bit with the white. Babies are precious, aren't they? Who doesn't like a baby? I'm fostering 2 kittens right now. I'm fostering 2 kittens right now. So if you're in the Los Angeles area and you're looking for some kittens, we'll have some available soon. But here we go. We're gonna go ahead and do all sorts of. We're gonna do some. Let's do some line work, people. Line work. Boom. And mix the line up here and right there vertically. Why is that line there? Is that the question that you just asked? Am I reading people's minds? It's because that's the way my mind is currently working. It's what my mind would like to do. Sometimes you just gotta go with your instinct. And I guess what some people are probably thinking, this is what I'd be thinking. What I would be thinking is that even get, like, if I was watching another artist do this, obviously I'm not thinking this right now because I'm having too much fun painting. But if I was just an outside observer, totally, unrelated to myself, and I was passing through this channel, I'd be like, okay, well, this artist is doing all sorts of weird stuff, but is this painting gonna sell? Like, that's all that matters. But fortunately, I'm not an outside observer of my own paintings. I am a active participant of my own paintings, which means I don't have to have those thoughts. I can just have fun and enjoy the experience of picking up paint and laying it down, like exercising. I lift things up and put them down. I lift up paint and I put it down. So here we go. We're going to go around with the yellow ochre here, and we're going to go pop, 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 pop. Bring out the yellow ochre. I'm just going to fill this canvas with the variety of all these designs here. And what colors can we get? We can get some of this pink. It's going to come around. We're going to have this color, and it's going to look so different. It's just going to help make some of these areas pop. Let's go around, up, and around. Just have incredibly visually interesting work. That's my goal as an artist, is to have just visually interesting work. And now let's go ahead and pull out let's do some palette knife work, people. I'm going to take a palette knife and just start messing with this. right, so I'm gonna start doing some, pretend like I'm a cook. Hibachi chef. Sounds of a hibachi restaurant. Here we go. What are we gonna do? Let's pick up some white here. Lay it down, brush it around. Carve that out. Bam. Carve out her forehead. Bam. Boom, boom, boom. And then, I got all this white. Let me pick up some of this orange yellow that I got. Lay it down. I'm doing some emerald stuff right now, or hibachi chef. Earlier I said emerald, but this is more hibachi chef than emerald. But let's see. I'm gonna go, let's play with this. Let's go, let's cross this across the white here. Smear it. And here we go. So like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. See, I already did the work of making it making it look interesting and like technical underneath. So now I'm just going through and totally transforming this baby. Let's go like this. And then let's bring in, actually let's bring out some of our black. Yes, that's right. We're gonna mix our black. Black with our oil here. Throw a line right there. Carve out a space right here. And let's see. We're gonna mix this onto the white here. See what we get. Too much white. I don't like the white. It stands out a little too much. Want a little bit like a proper mix, like where you're not so distracted by the white, but the white does add something interesting. And then just bring a little crisscross across the face. Let's go like this. And here we go. So let's see, where do we go from here? Let's grab some of this pink, because some of this paint's starting to dry, so I want to make sure that I use it. Paint is meant to go onto a canvas, not onto a garbage can. Not into a garbage can. That's what I should have said. There's an artist that I really enjoy watching. His name is Paul Kenton. If you haven't had a chance to look at his work, I would highly recommend checking it out. But he does work like landscape, but he does landscape in such an interesting way. I mean, he basically does cityscapes. It's not really landscapes, but he does these amazing cityscapes. He does these amazing cityscapes that are just incredibly expressive, and they use a totally different technique. So he doesn't actually like use a regular paintbrush for the most part. He uses like palette knives and different tools to create various effects. My paintings ever remind anyone to do anything, it's to let your mind do the work. Let your mind free. Allow yourself to, just experience, be in the moment, and decide for yourself where and how you feel the best way to do things should be. So this green is probably drying soon, so let's play with this green a bit. Let's go like this. Grab some more of that. Let's do I'm gonna get this color, get this color, get this color right here. Use that to bring in some of the dark areas. And there we have it. I think we're gonna leave this for now. This unusual painting. Want to see something rewarding, something that's interesting. something that's rewarding to do is to clean paint off of the palette knife. So one thing that's interesting is when you got a palette knife and it looks like, you know, it doesn't really look like much, but when you start to use the palette knife on your or you start to use our eraser on your palette knife, you start to realize how much paint just starts to build up on top of it. And cleaning it's kind of like its own little reward. It's harder on this one because the angle. But look at this. Look at how much paint just starts to chip off. Look at that. It's a serious layer under there. There's a serious layer of paint under all that. There you go. Look how clean that looks right now. No safety first as always. But I guess I should go throw this stuff away. But here we have it. Let's start on another painting, shall we? So we're going to have this. This next piece is going to be much less chaotic. Let's pop open a new canvas. Let's go like this. What? What's going on? Let's open this baby up. Why is it so hard? It's just plastic wrapped. Alright, here we go. You know what we're going to do? We're going to make this a horizontal one. How about that? Let's make it a horizontal one, shall we? We're going to make this a horizontal one? I don't know yet, actually. Let me see what we're going to design here. Yeah, you know what? Let's just stick with the horizontals. So, I'm going to raise this. I'm actually going to leave this baby on here. I'm actually going to leave this on. We're going to... I don't want to mess it up too much, but I don't mind if it's like, you know, just along the edges. Yeah, there we go. It helps to have something underneath so that the lighting comes through. Alright, we're going to start another painting, everybody. So I'm trying to think of a good color. My last one was red. This one's a crazy green. Let's try and do... I'm not going to try. Just be like Yoda and no try. Do or do not. Can or cannot, there's no try, or do or do not, there's no try. I might go back to the other one the other day. We're not totally finished yet, but let's see. How do we want to do this? What is the plan here? Let's have an approach to this. Let's have an approach. Why does my finger hurt? I feel like I must have cut through my glove or something playing with the razor unsafely. So let's go like this. Starting a brand new canvas here. And where we're gonna go is like this. So let's start with a big one right in the center. Actually, I think things should be always off-center. Almost always off-center, so almost always off-center. And here we go. We're going to bring this around to the ear. It's a little bit shorter. Go like that. And then we're going to have another piece right around here. It's going to go right here. Oh, that needs to be raised, so... How does that happen? I'm going to go down like that. And here we go, just keeping a nice loose painting, keeping the paint nice and juicy and wet. Nice and wet and juicy. We're gonna go, this should be the bun. And keeping things just measured. Like that. And then this line should come, actually this line should come down. Come past this. Come past this about right there. And the hair doesn't need to be too tight right now. But we're gonna go like this, come down. Leave a little bit right there. And that right there. And then the ear, corner of the ear is going to come down right here. And just sketching out our wonderful little portrait here. Sketching it out. Sketching it out. Oh, I'm painting a little later than usual. And let's go moving this down right here. Boom. Oh, no, this needs to be deeper. Come in more. Actually, this band needs to be a little bit bigger, so we're going to bring this down right about here. And this band right around. There we go. That's better. Let's see, we're going to bring this down a bit more. Down like so. It'll be about a third of this size, so that's about right. And then bring that down. And let's see, so this hairline's gonna come across. Let's keep this moving. So we're gonna go up. Right down to the ear, come around, right there, right there. Let's go this way. So up and around, just gonna come down, it's gonna come a little forward right there, and bam. So let's go like this. That the top of the ear is going to come across. It needs to go to basically this corner here. go. So the nose is going to come out right a little past there, a little bit below the ear. And here we go, bring that down. And here, so let's keep working this. We'll go at a triangle. That's about right. And this ear is coming down maybe a bit more. And here we go. So this nose is going to end right about here. Bring a little nostril up, of course. It's going to be a shadow. Going to come behind the ear and around the neck. And this is going to be, let's go down from the nose a little bit. That should be about the same length as this part. So from this part to this part, so that's going to be around this. So here we go. And let's go like this. This right to about the eye, right there. Right to about the eye. And let's go up, corner, chin, around, up, corner, chin, around, up. And now we're going to start filling in some of the lips and the other elements here. Nostril, nose, mouth, lips are going to come down. Lips come down a bit, right there, right there. Come down past the nose. And here's what we're gonna do. This is a bit too long. So I think this ear needs to be brought. Yes, this ear needs to be brought down. So we've got these things. These are pretty good, but this ear needs to be brought down a bit. So let's go ahead and adjust that while we're working on this now. let's do this. So we're gonna come here, bring this piece down here, right to about there. Soft, nice soft neck. Right around here. And we're gonna go bam, neck, shoulder. This neck needs to be about the size of this. So that's about right. I'm gonna go boom, 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 boom. And then another side, boom, boom. How did this side end up getting like that? Alright, so this needs to go higher. That's going to be there. This needs to end right around here. All right, we're going to do that. And so we have this your experiment with something a little different. I'll have to start the chin right around here. Go one, whatever this length is, be about double, so it's going to come across like so. So boom. This neck's going to come around, but it's going to be the back of the neck. Let's start to make these mouths. This nose, let me see, let me make sure this is the right length for everything. So, go bam, 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 bam. And then this is going to come around right here. Let's go into there. Here we go. Start to make the mouth. One of the things about painting small is you really have to like, you can't do it with the brush, sadly. Uh, I mean, you could do it with the brush, but what you have to do is you have to spend extra attention on like what happens is the brush is so thick that it can start to interfere with some of your design and you get confusing if you allow it to. But you can also try not to allow it to, and you can have do something. So hey, let's see. ATG, what's going on? It's late for you. Hello, fine sir. What's up, Prescott? Uh what's going on, y'all? So Prescott, how did you come to find this stream, my friend? My new friend. I call everybody my friend until they're not. I'm a very trusting person. I make friends very easily. And let's see. So we're going to go down right to about here. We're going to go boom. So that's the one thing that's going to be confusing about this painting, but that's the challenge. Therein lies the challenge for this piece right here. ATG, how'd your date go, dude? Did you have that virtual date yet? If you did, that's great. Because you used to be a different person after many a debts. You changed your final form. You're the child. Fantastic. That's cool. I mean, you know, we'd all love to be part of that family, right? Like, who wouldn't want to be a part of that family? So, whatever. That's awesome, man. Or woman. Is Prescott a kind of name is Prescott? Is that, I don't know. Is Prescott a female name or traditionally a male name? I'm not actually sure, to be honest. But either way, that's not so important. You know, what is important is that you have become a part of the family. You're part of the family now, and no one can take that away from you. So congratulations, dude. Congratulations. Noodle friends. You are Noodle Night Watcher. All right, cool. Well, welcome. ATG was asking for advice the other day, and yeah. So Prescott, what brings you here this evening? Are you just here to tell us about your newest success, your newest win of becoming a part of this wonderful group of people, or what's going on? How can we help to entertain you today? That's what this is for, right? We're all on YouTube. I'm here to entertain. So the top of this ear needs to basically go right there. So Noodle, oh, all right. Well, Noodle, you are quite the deceiver. You are quite the deceiver, the multi personality person. So welcome back. I was totally fooled by your clever new name. Totally fooled, sir. You had me. You had me. So let's see, this is gonna come up like so.
I don't like mine.
She might.
Yeah. That's really nasty.
Huh?
You know how some people are.
Yeah. Well, up to her. I already have a couple people coming. So let's see, what's the latest with you? Noodle, you were telling me about some chaos that was going on in Bangladesh, right? You're okay? Wow, holy crap. Or Bangladesh, right? Yeah. Holy crap. So, my goodness, you just, dude, Noodle. I'm sure you just experienced the revolution, dude. Like, do you realize that? Like, you literally experienced a revolution in Bangladesh. This isn't like something that's just like, you know, some casual stuff you just go on talk about with some random person on YouTube. This is like, I mean, I guess it is at this point, for whatever reason, somehow has become that. But dude, like, you have experienced a revolution. Very few people on this entire planet have experienced like a government revolution, man. So I don't even know like how this experience. I don't even know where to begin. Like that is pretty fascinating to live through. That you did that. So you just lived through a revolution. It's not something that's, you know, a light thing, you know? You just lived through a revolution. So here we go. We're gonna go right here. I don't even. You went through a revolution and you survived. That is nuts. So live chats, your PM Hasina fled to India. People were parading in the streets. Your GS been with her friends all week. Well, yeah, dude. Noodle, you survived. So that, I mean, all I could say is that's one wonderful blessing for you. And yeah, like that is an absolute fascinating thing. I did do more research on the situation, but yeah, that's I'm pretty much speechless because I don't even know like the life experience you had as are having, like I don't even have like words to I mean obviously I'm trying to paint too, but I don't really have the words to try to understand and grasp, like, what has what you've just literally witnessed in your lifetime. A revolution. Most people never experience anything like that their entire lives. Most people only read about it in the books. But somehow it has fallen upon you. It has fallen upon you as an event of your life. So, my goodness, dude. Yeah, I mean, if a bunch of people are storming your government place and they've got weapons, I mean, you probably should run away, unless you're willing to be a martyr for your cause, which it sounds like that politician was not ready to become a martyr for her own cause. Yeah, but I guess people are happy, so hopefully there's no retaliation. I don't know how they would retaliate. I guess you might know, but yeah, it's a lot to let that sink in. Let that sink in for the next few years. That your life experience is pretty wild. So, with that said, let's go with this head right here. I'm going to sign off in a few minutes because I can feel that my brain power is starting to diminish, and that I feel like it might start to affect the quality of this piece. So I don't necessarily know that I want to keep continuing with this specific state of mind. This. I'm starting to get sleepy, very sleepy. By the way, you two, I don't know if you saw my live stream earlier, but I will be in an art show tomorrow, starting tomorrow. And neither of you will be able to visit it because it's going to be in Los Angeles, unless you can fly out here. But just letting you know of the win. You survived a revolution. I got an art show. Like, I feel like this is a positive thing. Yeah. I mean, obviously, a lot of people. I didn't really read that comment before I said that, but a lot of people suffered for it, and I can only say good I guess, you know, I don't even know what to say. I mean, how do you feel that you survived a revolution, man? Like, was it near your house where all this happened? Let me measure this. I need to measure this. So this top piece needs to be no bigger than, no, so this piece, right, so this is going to come down. This is the forehead, so right down here is where the nose is going to go. And let's do this live chat. There's shootout 3 kilometers away from your house. 3 kilometers? So 5 kilometers is 3 miles, so 3 kilometers would be like, yeah, almost. You're almost there. It's about pretty much the same, right? 3 miles, 4 miles, whatever. Got pretty much right. And here we go. So this is going to come up and straight around. It's just a little bit higher, not that much higher. The nose, ear here. And then let's go like this. Let's see what's going on in here. 2 days ago, you're scared to go outside. Now today, you're scared everything's going back to normal too fast. Yeah, I guess that could be freaky, man. Like, yeah, like what's gonna happen next? You know, I don't even know. I know I've said it like a million times. I don't know, but a lot has happened in your life in the recent few times. Lots of death, lots of chaos, and you know what? It's quite wild. And his head's a little too big. His nose is a bit long. And let's see from the ear. I'm not quite sure how this one's going to turn out, but we'll find out soon enough. All right. Well, we just finished this sketch, but we're gonna take a break right now. Take a break for the day. Oh my goodness, so many things to modify on this. Let's see. This neck needs to go out a bit further. Some weird cat sounds coming from somewhere. And let's go like this. Go darken this space. So here's gonna come around, come up, down, around. And color in the ear right here. Go around this front of the face like this. Get some of the lips. Hopefully we can make this lip work. Curve this up a bit and go around. And so this needs to come forward and then down a little bit straighter. A bit of a straighter nose there. And we have that. I feel like I should keep going. What do we think? Keep going or take a break? I don't need a break. You know, we're gonna take a break. You know, Noodle, thanks for jumping in. Thanks for, you know, sharing with the world what's happening. It's awesome that you're safe and you're doing good, and you know you've experienced a lot. It's not something to really, and you know, take some time for yourself. I know. I think you're a younger viewer. I don't know. Do you talk to your parents about it? I don't know how open you are with your parents, but you know, I think it's interesting because when it's like on social media, you know, when we're on social media, we can become so desensitized to everything because like things are close, things are happening, but we don't really, you know, realize it because it's just like from our computer that things are happening. But you know, these are some serious things that happen around you. So you know, talk to your parents about it, man. Like, ask them. I mean, I don't know if you already do. I didn't really read an answer to that question whether you do or not. I'm guessing you do. But yeah. I mean, it's great that you're okay. So anyway, I'm taking a break now. I'm gonna call this complete for tonight. And that said, everybody that was here, thanks, ATG. I hope you get to talk to your girlfriend soon. And Noodle, I hope everything going back to normal is a positive experience for you and not a uncomfortable one. But yeah, talk to people, discuss it. I mean, that's the thing. The revolution is something that could totally transform someone's life. So we're gonna take a break now, and take care, everybody. So did you read up on unrest? Yes, I did read up on unrest. I went down here to be correct. Went down here, yes. Take care, everybody.